Level 1. Freedom. After 12 long years behind bars, the prison gates finally opened. Ethan stepped outside with one small bag holding everything he owned. No family was waiting. No friends came to pick him up. Not even a single phone call. As the massive steel gate slammed shut behind him, he looked around in silence. For years, he had dreamed of this moment. Freedom. But it didn't feel like freedom at all. The world had moved on without him. People walked past without even noticing he existed. He reached into his pocket and counted the little money he had. It wasn't enough to start over. It wasn't even enough to survive for long. Standing alone on the sidewalk, Ethan realized something that hit harder than prison ever did. Getting out of prison was the easy part. Building a new life would be the hardest battle he had ever faced. Level 2. Rejection. The next morning, he woke up on a cold bus stop bench. His back ached. His stomach was empty, but he still believed someone would give him a second chance. He walked into a small restaurant and asked for a job. The manager looked at his prison release papers, then quietly shook his head. No. He tried another place, then another, and another. Every answer was the same. Some people didn't even let him finish speaking. Others looked at him like he was still a criminal. Hours passed. The sun began to set. His feet were sore. His hope was fading. He wasn't asking for a fortune. He only wanted one honest opportunity. But to the world, his past was louder than his future. That night, he sat alone, holding his empty bag. For the first time, he wondered if prison had really been left behind, or if he would carry it forever. Level 3. Temptation. 3 days passed. He still couldn't find a job. His money was gone. His stomach was empty. Every door he knocked on closed in his face. As the sun went down, an old black car slowly stopped beside him. The window rolled down. A familiar face looked at him and smiled. "We've got an easy job. Fast money. No questions asked." For a moment, he remembered his old life. Easy cash. No interviews. No rejection. Just one decision. And everything could go back to the way it was. He looked at the car, then looked at the empty streets. His heart raced. One choice could decide the rest of his life. Level 4. The choice. The black car was still waiting. The man inside smiled. "No one will ever know. It only takes one night." He looked at the money lying on the passenger seat. It could buy food, a place to sleep, a new beginning. But it could also destroy everything. His hands trembled. His mind told him to get into the car. His heart told him to walk away. For a long moment, he didn't move. Then, he took one deep breath, turned his back to the car, and walked away without saying a single word. The black car disappeared into the darkness. He had no money, no job, no home. But for the first time, he still had something priceless. His freedom. Level 5. Rock bottom. Days turned into weeks. His last dollar was gone. Some nights he drank water just to stop the hunger. He slept on cold park benches, bus stops, and sometimes under bridges. People walked past him without even looking. Some laughed, some judged, others pretended he didn't exist. Every morning he woke up with only one question. Can I survive one more day? The easy money was still calling him. One phone call, and all of his problems could disappear. But he remembered the prison gate closing behind him. He had promised himself he would never go back. Even if life became unbearable, even if no one believed in him, he would rather struggle with freedom than live with guilt again. He had reached the lowest point of his life. But sometimes, rock bottom is the strongest place to build a new future. Level 6. Second chance. One cold morning, he sat alone outside a small grocery store. He wasn't begging. He was simply resting. An elderly shop owner noticed him. Instead of walking away, he asked one simple question. Are you looking for work? Without hesitation, he answered. Yes. The job wasn't easy. Sweeping the floor, carrying heavy boxes, cleaning the storage room. The pay was small. But for the first time in weeks, it was honest money. Level 7. Success. Months turned into years. He never stopped working. Every dollar he earned, he saved. Instead of spending money, he invested it. One day, he rented a tiny empty shop. It wasn't beautiful. It wasn't expensive. But it was his. Every morning, he opened the shop before sunrise. Every night, he closed it long after everyone else had gone home. Slowly, Customers began to trust him. The small shop became bigger, then bigger again. The man who once had nothing now had a future. People no longer saw him as a former prisoner. They saw him as a hard-working businessman. The life that once seemed impossible was finally becoming real. Level 8, a new life. Years passed. The man who once walked out of prison with nothing now owned a successful business. He had a home, a purpose, and something he never thought he would have again: respect. But he never forgot where he came from. Every month, he visited prisons, not as an inmate, but as a guest speaker. He shared one simple message: your past is a chapter. It doesn't have to be your whole story. Many people laughed at him when he started over. Many people said he would never change. They were wrong, because the strongest prison was never made of steel. It was the prison inside his own mind. The day he escaped that prison, his real life finally began. One decision, one honest step, changed everything. This wasn't just level 8. This was a brand new life. The end.